don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blows. So today we're on our way up to the big volcano in Maui. What's it called? Malaki or something? Haleakala. To get to the top, you have to drive up a really long and windy road.
When we left the bottom,
yeah,
it was about 77, 78 degrees. We're currently at 48 degrees Fahrenheit.
Interesting. You can see how high up we are by the view. We're at the parking lot at the visitor center. We are 9,740 feet elevation. And we have a nice view of the crater. First, we're going to go into the interpretive center. Here is a model of the volcano. It's a crater, and then we got a lava flow that goes into the Pacific Ocean. The volcano has erupted 6 times in the last 1,000 years, and the last eruption was in 1790. They say that the next eruption could be within our lifetime. Here's an overview of the national park. We are right there. Some of the cool tours they have is a horseback riding adventure of the mountain. They also have bike tours where they drop you off at the top of the mountain and you ride your bike down. So now we're going to head up a trail which will bring us to a better view of the crater. We are supposed to be walking slow, but my friend Dale doesn't like to pay attention to signs very well, so he's taking a run at it. The trail is really rocky and you gotta be careful walking up it. Kind of natural steps. It's a lot colder here than it is down below, and you can see by the crystals, the ice. In fact, there's places in Hawaii where you could go skiing in the morning and surfing in the afternoon.
We're Martian cabbies, but we're here and we're checking out the craters on Mars.
My friend Dale is a little nuts. He thinks he's on Mars now. The rock is really cool. It's filled with a bunch of holes. Probably air bubbles from when this was hot, molten lava.
Yeah, it's a little known fact that when you buy barbecue rock at home from Walmart, it's actually lava rock.
So what's so great about lava rock for barbecues?
That's a good point. I don't know.
Huh, something to ponder. So if the volcano were to erupt right this second, would we be standing in a bad spot?
What, do I look like Bill Nye the Science Guy? No, I think probably, yeah. It depends on the size of the eruption.
Ah. So it's not entirely sure whether we would become lava or not.
Yes, I kind of suspect that the lava would flow down.
But like when it spews up in the air, it could rain on us.
This Hawaiian volcanoes are more of a lava flow volcano than eruption ones, from what I'm to understand.
Oh, so we are not potentially risking our lives by being this close to a volcano.
Well, we could fall.
That is true. Wow, we're looking down there and we can see a huge rainbow. There is a reason they call Hawaii the Rainbow State. Almost every day I've been here, I've seen a big ass rainbow. Amazingly enough, as barren as it is in this area, you still have little bushes growing. So now we are at 10,000 feet. So Dale, do you feel high?
I feel high.
From the top, we have an amazing view of the Maui Space Surveillance Complex. This is where the U.S. Air Force identifies and tracks all man-made objects in space. There are more than 8,000 in orbit. Over here is a solar observatory where the island of Hawaii studies solar flares and how they affect the flow of energy and radiation to Earth. The reason they chose to build the observatories here is because this site offers the 4th best viewing conditions on the planet. It's because we're above the clouds and the atmosphere is clear and dry with minimal air and light pollution. The largest scope can track objects as small as a basketball more than 20,000 miles away. Even though we're 10,023 feet above sea level, there's still another 19,680 feet of mountain hidden under the ocean. In fact, we are 205 meters taller than Mount Everest. They call this here magnetic peak for the magnetic field caused by all the iron-rich cylinders. The field is strong enough to deflect a compass needle. Many of the plants and animals in Hawaii are endemic, meaning they are found nowhere else in the world. Unfortunately, people bring about 20 new species to the island every year, and it affects the native plants and animals, causing extinction. Amazingly enough, the indigenous people of Hawaii used to climb all the way up this mountain to quarry for rocks and look for feathers. It was kind of a spiritual place. Now, it took a long time for us to drive up here. Can you imagine how long it would take to walk? In the distance over there, you can actually see the island of Hawaii. That is the biggest of the Hawaiian islands, and it is still growing because they still have active volcanoes and lava flow. What's that?
I believe it's growing at least 2 acres a day.
Wow. And the coolest thing from being at the top of this observatory tower is the amazing view of the crater. And the road coming up. We've got an interesting bird buddy visiting us at the top of the mountain here. Hello! What's your name? You're a cool looking bird, you know. Well, what comes up must go down, and that's where we're heading right now.
Let's go find some turtles.
Time for Turtle Town. Goodbye, big volcano in Maui.